Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Thailand, there was a very large and beautiful temple. The abbot of this temple was a young but famous and selfish monk. It is unknown who brought him to this temple, even though he had no virtue. In this temple yard there is a very fruitful apple tree. Each fruit is as big as half an adult and number 39's fist, and the fruit is very sweet. When the fruit is ripe, the monk is only allowed to pick apples alone because he only thinks about himself. Even other monks in the temple are not allowed to touch them. 2 people in the area heard that this monk was greedy and immediately tried to trick him to teach him a lesson. One of the 2 people immediately went to the temple to meet the greedy monk and asked for some apples. The monk said, "No, these apples are only for me. No one can pick it." The farmer insisted, but the monk refused to let him. Finally, the farmer said, "You Don and number 39's understand what I mean. I invited you to my house this afternoon to eat deer meat. I asked for some apples to roast with the deer meat. So why didn't and hash 39's you say it from the beginning?" The monk exclaimed, looked around to see if anyone saw, then continued, "You just pick as much as you need." The monk and number 39's face now looked radiant, no longer frowning like before. Seeing that he had won, the farmer smiled triumphantly. Then the monk led the farmer to the apple tree and picked a bag full with him. While picking apples, the monk asked about the upcoming deer meat meal with the expression of someone about to eat. And the farmer always praised his grilled deer meat. After picking a bag full of apples, the farmer said goodbye and promised to meet again this afternoon. After a while he returned. Another farmer came in to ask for apples and was also refused by the monk like the farmer before. The monk thought, and quote, "Why should I give it to him? If I give it to that guy, I will still be invited to eat deer meat, but if I give it to this guy, I will lose nothing and get no benefit." End quote. Thinking so, the monk shook his head and definitely refused. Knowing his tricks, the farmer said, "I came to invite you to eat chicken, and by the way, I would like to ask you to stew some apples with the chicken to make it delicious. This party is just you and me, Don and number 39's, be shy." After hearing this, the monk was very happy and planned to eat a full meal of deer meat and chicken today. But he didn't and hash 39's know how to fall into the trap of the other 2 people. Seeing that the monk was silent, the other person said, "How do you feel? Or do you not like eating my chicken?" The monk quickly replied, No, I am very happy to accept your invitation. By the way, where is your grandfather and number 39's house?" The farmer replied, "Just at the end of this hamlet." Although he acted happily like that, in the monk and number 39's mind, he imagined a plump chicken placed on a steaming plate. And of course, he was invited by the monk to go out to the yard and freely pick fruit from his famous and inviolable and apple tree. After picking a full bag of apples, the farmer said goodbye to the monk and left under the surprised eyes of the monks in the temple. From then until now, they had never seen their monk give anyone so many apples. In the afternoon, 2 farmers went to the temple to invite the monk to a party. They met the monk, and as they had discussed before, one of the 2 farmers said, "Now the monk will come to my house first. My house is right near here." The second person objected, "No way. Come to my house first because the whole family is waiting." No one gave in. They argued loudly, causing the monk to say, "Okay, okay, I and number 39. I'll go with both of you." The two farmers winked at each other. They took the monk around everywhere. After a while, his legs were so tired, the monk said, "Have you arrived yet? Why do you keep walking?" The two farmers replied in unison, "We and number 39. Re almost here, hurry up, there and number 39. Only a little more left." The two farmers responded to reassure the monk. Up until this moment, the monk still did not know that he had been tricked by the other two men. That afternoon they reached the village, walked a little further to the fork. One of them grabbed the monk and number 39's hand and pulled the monk to the left road and said, "We have already arrived at my house, please go to my house first. Fight. After finishing your meal, go to that man and number 39's house." The other person refused, so he ran back and said, "No way, I invited you to my house first." So they quarreled. The monk did not know who to follow first, so he only knew to stay silent. Each person got tired of arguing, so he grabbed one of the monk and number 39's hands and pulled him towards him. While dragging them, they cursed each other until the monk could and hash 39 stand it anymore and exclaimed, "Leave me alone. I and number 39 am not going to anyone and number 39's house, let me go." Only then did the two people let go of the monk. Now he was too tired, could and hash 39 eat anything, and had to listen to the two farmers cursing all the time. The monk didn't and hash 39 say a word, just walked away with a tired face mixed with disappointment because he missed a delicious meal, and he didn't and hash 39 know that he had been dealt a painful blow. Waiting for the monk to leave, the two farmers looked at each other and smiled complacently. As for the monk, not only did he lose a significant number of apples, but he was also unable to eat any. True that. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.